On today's Pool Spa Live Australia, find out what makes an award-winning pool and where to find a builder. We're off to the Northern Rivers in New South Wales to investigate what an elite pool builder is. A soft closing hinge for your pool fence is now available, but how easy is it for you to upgrade? And smaller pools for smaller yards, how to do it the right way. If you own a pool or spa, or you're thinking about putting in a brand new pool or spa, the show has got your name written all over it. Welcome to Pool Spa Live Australia. I'm on Melbourne's Mornington Peninsula, home of beautiful beaches, a very glamorous lifestyle, the world famous beach boxes, and of course lots and lots of holiday makers, because yesteryear, this was a far-flung destination you'd come to for a holiday once a year. These days, it is full of massive houses, lots of millionaires, and lots and lots and lots of swimming pools. If you've been sitting on the fence about whether or not to put a pool or spa in at your place, I totally get it. It's such a lot to think about. Size, the colour, the shape. Is it going to be fiberglass? Is it going to be concrete? Are we going to have that spa add-on at the end? My advice is, of course, always start your search with a SPASA member. And SPASA is the professional body that looks after the pool and spa industry here in Australia. And then they have a selection of awards called the SPASA Awards of Excellence, and that awards all the best pool builders who build small pools, medium-sized and bigger ones, and win awards for it. And that is who we're going to go meet today. Chris, hey mate.
Hey Walt, how are you?
Good, thank you. This is beautiful. This is one of the most serene and well put together pools I think we've seen in this entire series. So you're from Aquarius Pools in Melbourne, and you've built this multi-award winning pool. Tell me everything. Tell me the brief. Tell me what awards you've won and how on earth you built this pool, because it's beautiful.
Thank you very much. Look, what it's all about, I think, is a pool and a spa that integrates into family life and into the house. It's extended the size of the property and the usable space. It's drawn into summer and winter, something that we can use all year round, whether we're viewing it or in it.
Yeah.
And the spa's really nicely integrated in that regard and been made into a feature. Some modern curves that are current at the moment without over the top, still geometric.
Yeah.
And a very automated pool that won a national and a state award for swimming pool and spa combination.
So you won the elusive National SPASA Award of Excellence. I mean, you don't get much better than that in terms of your gong, so congratulations.
Thank you.
This pool is what it's done is it's given this homeowner a water feature that's all year round, whether they're swimming in it or not. They've got something that looks like it should be seen. You're never going to pull a cover over that and hide it, are you?
Absolutely not. No, it's there to be looked at and admired, and then in Melbourne, when the weather and the sun comes out, to be used and enjoyed.
2 days a week, summer. That's about it. What do you think makes then, from a pool builder's point of view, an award-winning pool?
Look, obviously, as well as the quality and what we do a lot of with a long period of time in the industry is we're a technical pool builder. We like pools that are fully automated as we can get. And so in-floor cleaning, phone control, push-button control from the beach, from the office, from the golf course. The spa's hot within an hour. It's large equipment, it's good equipment. But I think when it comes to award-winning, sometimes that is pushed aside to the design. We did our own design here, which we don't always do. We work with some great architects and landscape architects who have a skill in that area. But on this occasion, we did work with the owners to facilitate this, and it took quite some time.
It's stunning, mate. And the level of craftsmanship that you've achieved to get that millimetre perfect fall over from the spa on a curve that is hand-tiled is just off the charts. You must have the best tradesman ever.
Yeah, I think, look, my business partner, Jonathan, is one of the best at doing that, and the level of formwork we use to achieve it. You don't want big build-ups on concrete. You want it to be as close as timed to the concrete as you can get.
If you're a mum and dad watching this anywhere across Australia, do you think trying to choose, well, A, a SPASA member, and B, someone that's won an award for their pools has a benefit to you?
I'm sure that those that choose to be members are not trying to hide and be seen. And the association does some great work in advocating for the industry.
God, it is very tempting to get in this spa right now, let me tell you. But the road to pool and spa ownership can actually feel very daunting, to be honest. And you don't have to have, of course, an award-winning pool in your backyard. Pool ownership can start from entry-level, above-ground vinyl-wrapped pools, which are incredible these days, all the way through, of course, to $1 million multi-level concrete pools and all the bits in between. My advice is always start your search for an installer and a builder with a SPASA member, and you can find the whole list all across Australia of all the great builders and suppliers on our website. It is poolspalife.com.au. We've all heard about dodgy stories of dodgy pool builders and poor workmanship and equipment going wrong and having to call some weird country and be on hold for 4 hours only to get absolutely nowhere, right? We've all heard of those stories. And we give so much money over to a builder to build our pool, to build our dreams, and we expect a certain level of craftsmanship. And we also expect the best equipment that's going to go into our pool to run the thing once it's up and running. So what can you do to help safeguard your investment and make sure you're getting the right people to build your pool? Well, that is an easy answer. You need to make sure that you're choosing a builder as part of the elite builder network.
Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion, just my kind of heat.
Nothing pleases me more than to come and visit a brand new sparkly showroom like this. And Grant, you're from Dynamic Pools, mate. Congratulations, this place is looking beautiful. Well done.
Oh, thanks, Mike, and good to see you again. Welcome to our little slice of paradise up here on the Northern Rivers. And this showroom has been a work in progress for a couple of months. A lot of time and effort and energy, but thought went into it. And we really wanted to create a space for customers to come and really have an exceptional experience.
And it's not easy to grow a pool company with so much going on in the world at the moment, with cost of living and all dodgy operators and things. Like, to be able to run a business well and then successfully and then brilliantly like this, it's no mean feat, so well done.
Thank you. Yeah, reputation is everything.
Yeah. So I want to talk to you about the Maytronics Elite Builder Network, because there's a bit of confusion in the market about what it actually does, but when you get your head around the benefits for the customer at the end of it, it is such a great idea. Give me the lowdown. Okay.
Maytronics come up with a program, try and bring like-minded builders together, and put a little bit of a certification process in place. Now that does two things. One, gives the consumer a little bit of confidence. You know, that the builder they're going with, licenses and registration, ticking all those boxes, and also that the builder is committed to a level of quality and customer service. And finally, the exciting part, which is all the innovation and those products that make pool ownership, a really enjoyable experience. And really that's what it's all about, giving the consumer a point of reference to get some confidence as they go through this process.
And you as a pool industry work together with suppliers like Maytronics who do all the pump filtration system, the sanitisation, the mineral sweat and the robot. There's a lot that Maytronics make, which many people wouldn't actually know about, but you can go back to them once a year and say, hey, the feedback from our customers is that they want a bit more of this or a little bit less of that. And can you help them even steer their modelling for their products?
Yeah, that's one of the central platforms of the actual Elite Builder program, is that we have a group of builders, like-minded, and we actually get together and we share all those inputs. And then we can give that feedback to a very innovative supplier that will take that and then bring it back to the market. So it's a great platform to bring market feedback into a supplier and creating that connect with the consumer.
So innovation, there's obviously like driving force for change, there's collaboration with all the leading, that's who I want building my pool, right? That's who I want, the leaders of the field that have gained almost like an accreditation in some ways, because you can't just buy the Elite Builder, can you, right?
No, and there is, there are some check boxes that the builders have to go through. And again, we come back to that license insurance, being in the industry for a little while.
Yeah.
We do see a lot of people sort of pop up and then unfortunately, fade away.
Yeah.
So that's just, again, giving that consumer that confidence that the builder they're going with, is there for the whole process, start to end. And give them a product that's just going to sit in the backyard for generations to come.
If you're in the Northern Rivers of New South Wales, you can go to Dynamic Pools and have a look at all of their portfolio there. But wherever you are in Australia, if you go to matronics.com.au, you'll find that list of the Elite Builder Network there. Grant, thank you so much, mate. Fascinating and well done on the... I was expecting a slightly bigger pool to have a swim in today, but we'll make do,
Not a problem. You can jump in. Great to see you again.
Thanks a lot. Sydney. One of my favourite places in the entire world. Home of the harbour, home of the bridge, and home to the Opera House. And speaking of the Opera House, well, this property that's dangling over a cliff top here on one of the harbours actually has a really strong and personal connection to one of the people that actually worked on the design of the Opera House. And if you look closely, there are little nods to the Opera House across the entire build. And if you're like me and you like to have a bit of a nosy at how the other half live and to see what tips they're using to keep their pools in excellent condition, well, I've just got the keys to this little beauty and I thought we'd go for a sticky beak. Shall we have a look? David.
Hey, Walt.
How are you, mate?
I'm very good, mate.
Oh my God. This is probably one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to on this show.
It's definitely one of the most spectacular.
This is insane. So you're from Clearview Glass Solutions and when you're working to this level of putting in glass pool fencing, this is the pick of the bunch, right? So stunning property. What was the brief from the client then for this? But he bought it without compliance.
He bought it with a non-compliance certificate.
Yeah.
So that gives you 90 days after you purchase the property to bring it up to the current standards.
Okay.
So this is what we came up with.
And so how do you do it? Because this pool, what you're seeing behind us, we're hanging over a cliff right now. We're counter-levered.
There's 9 portholes in the pool and they've never leaked in 50 years. So
that would not happen these days.
No way.
It would
no
not
way.
happen.
They don't build them like this anymore.
And the engineer that that owned this house originally, there's a bit of a story behind him, isn't there?
Yeah, apparently he was working in the Opera House and he came up with this.
So we've got a solid concrete platform. You've had to bring this into compliance with some glass
Correct.
pool fencing and some gates and so on and so forth. Obviously, you've got some spigots that must be just core drilled into this concrete
Exactly,
slab.
yeah.
And what have you gone for your hardware?
We use Polaris soft close hinges. I've been in the fencing game now for 20 years. The glass fencing has rapidly evolved in those 20 years.
Yeah.
It wasn't popular before that. Polaris have kind of always been at the front of, developing a new and better system for a glass gate.
Closes, yeah.
So the old original gates were thin gates with spring hinges.
Oh, God.
They'd bang and rattle. And also, if somewhere like this, the wind blows and the gate is closing,
Yeah.
it could actually keep the gate open.
Is that right, really?
Yeah. And there's been instances of, accidents because of that.
Yeah.
So the Polaris one, it closes quickly to a certain point and then slowly closes the last.
And closes every time.
Yeah.
So you would have put 125s, the Polaris
125 series, yes.
Yeah.
So that's the latest model, and it's been perfect so far. Yeah. The worst habit that people have is they jam the gates open.
With a wedge or something.
Yeah. They put a bucket or a chair or something like that in front of the gate. It holds the gate open. It stretches the spring inside the casing.
Yeah.
And then when it's taken away, it doesn't close.
So I know that like a lot of people who are DIY savvy, you can make a minor adjustment to yourself with like a ratchet turn with a little Allen key.
Great.
And also you can buy dampeners too. So if over time you want a faster or slower close, or the wind shear is in a certain place is picked up.
The great thing about these ones now is that you can just replace them.
Look, not all of us can afford multi-million-dollar houses like this with squillion-dollar views and massive swimming pools hanging over cliff tops, but the principles are the same. Whether you have a 3-metre plunge pool or a big backyard pool setting, you can still use the same hardware and those fixtures and fittings that these big pools use because it's the same price, right? So the point is about all of this is you've got to just make sure your installer isn't trying to provide you with cheaper copies from overseas countries that are just going to fail and you're going to end up paying for anyway later down the line. My advice is use what we use on this show, and that is the Polaris hinge for that beautiful soft close every single time. There's so many colors and so many options available. You'll find them all on their website if you head to polarishinge.com.au. Now, just because you might have a smaller size property with size restrictions doesn't mean to say that you can't build the most epic, the most beautiful pool and be the envy of the entire street. I mean, we do seem to spend a lot of our time focusing on those big $1 million pools with all the bells and whistles, but what about meeting pool builders and pool owners that have smaller pools that are maybe a little bit more tricky with access? You can still achieve a grand looking pool for your backyard, and I can't wait to show you the pool in this place. Daniel, good to see you again. How are you, mate?
Nice to see you too, Walt. How are you?
So, Horizon Pools, I mean, you guys are building everything from massive, grandiose pools through to smaller pools, and this is a great example of how you give our backyard a big impact. What was the brief from the client here? Because, I mean, it's super simple.
It's simple, but I suppose that's the hardest part, is to make something so complicated look so simple, and that's obviously the art of the design with this backyard. We've got a landscaping that is existing that we wanted to keep, like this beautiful hedge. We've got buildings that we wanted to keep. We've got a period home, which obviously we've got to protect and be careful of, digging in a pool next to it. But we also wanted to make the backyard usable. This is a family of 5.
Yeah.
We didn't want to take up the whole backyard with the swimming pool, and we ended up with what we have today.
What's the dog's name?
Oh, Harry.
Harry. So he's got his lawn.
He's got his lawn, yes.
Yeah. Husband's got his shed, and it's this beautiful nuclear family.
Well, it's a
setup,
balance.
isn't it?
It's a balance, and it really is. And that's and the 2 boys, and Georgie, the daughter. It's just it's a beautiful family backyard. It's a beautiful family pool, and it really, they gave me creative license with this.
Yeah.
Their brief was pretty much, don't take up my whole backyard, and
they let you run wild.
And let me run wild. Yeah.
I mean, it's a beautiful colour choice as well. What I think I like about this pool is that it just really complements this whole building. Because from the front, it is a period property. How many metres is it? What is it? It's like.
It's about 7 metres long.
Yeah.
6.5, 7 metres long. But if you chop off the step area here, we're looking at about a 5 by 6 metre pool. So it's only a little pool. But we added this section just to give it a bit of size, and obviously incorporating the steps.
And it feels, proportionality-wise, it feels like it's perfect for this. And a lot of people watching this will go, my yard is only small, and I've only got a small driveway. I don't know how they're going to build one. But what are some tips do you think that you would have them prepare in their own minds before they go and approach a builder like you?
I think there's a couple of main building blocks that we need to put in place before we even start the process, and one is probably budget. 2 is expectation. What do you want to see? So I really try and get visual with people to tap into their mood boards, tap into their brain to find out what they want to see in their backyard. Because obviously they're engaging us because this is what we do, and they're doing that because they don't know how to do it. So, but they know what they want to see at the end of the day. So I always go with pictures, and obviously money does come into it, and budgets, and obviously then I talk about what things you have. Do you have dogs? You know, cats? Do you have kids? Do you want to play outside? What do you want to see? Do you want to see the pool in winter? Do you want to invite it into the house? There's so many little facets and little things that you ask, or that I ask to get this.
You know, we do see a lot of people spending a lot of time focusing on these gorgeous $1 million pools, you know, hanging off cliff tops and things like that. But can you still enjoy the bells and whistles of those pools in a smaller pool? Is it the same technology essentially?
Absolutely. If not anything, it's probably easier with a smaller pool. You've got less water to heat, you've got less water to run, less water to clean, less chemicals. Everything's on a smaller scale, but you can still have apps, you can still have low salt, magnesium, minerals. You can still have all of those wonderful things in a beautiful small pool.
For people in Melbourne looking to maybe have a bit of a chat to you about a large pool or a small pool, what's the best way for them to get into contact with you?
You can come through our website, obviously www.horizonpools.com.au.
You do know that you're officially a boomer because you say www.
Yeah, I know.
Website address.
I realised that when I said that. I'm like, what did I say that for? But anyway.
Love it. Well, thanks for showing us around here today, mate. It's super to have a look around, and congratulations. And for those playing along at home anywhere across Australia, if you want to find out a SPASA member pool builder, that's who you need to be looking for. You can go to our website. It is all at poolspalife.com.au, and I believe you guys are on there as well, aren't you?
We are.
Beautiful. Well, that is just about all we have time for on today's show. If you've enjoyed some of the stories you've seen from today and across the entire season, you can head to our website. It is poolspalife.com.au. Remember, if you're thinking about putting a pool or spa in at your place, always choose a SPASA member. That is it for today. Until the next time, take care and swim safe.